Today I'm going to review the 7 Artisans 40mm f2.5 full-frame lens. Finally, the 90-gram 40mm lens comes to the Nikon Z and it has an aperture ring. Build quality. To keep the weight of the lens down, 7 Artisans made this lens from plastic. The good news is that the mount is metal and has a rubber gasket. Also on the mount, you can find an USB Type-C port for future updates. The aperture ring, yes, this tiny lens has an aperture ring with clicks. It is also made from plastic and it is nice to use. A bit hollow, but nice. The same with the focus ring, it is made from plastic and it is easy to use and well damped. There is also an AF/MF switch that clicks well in place and a function button. A tiny function button that can be customized to make your life easier. So far, a fun lens, but there is more to like here. This lens comes with a square lens hood. My favorite design. I know not many people like this design, but it works well here. Also, the cap fits well in place. The design of the lens is nice and simple, no big branding, and the markings are painted. As you can see here, this is quite a compact lens. Not a pancake, but compact enough to make it a good travel and street photography companion. At 90 grams, you barely notice the extra weight. The filter thread is 46mm, the minimum focus distance is 40 cm, but more on this later. It has 9 diaphragm blades and the optical structure is 7 elements in 6 groups. And it costs just $159. The autofocus for photography is decently fast and I got just 3 missed shots while I used this lens in high contrast scenes. The autofocus for video is nice and smooth as you can see here. You can also see that this lens suffers from focus breathing. Flares. If you shoot directly into a powerful source of light, you will see some flares and a bit of glare, so keep the lens hood on. When it comes to chromatic aberrations, great news, there is no purple fringing wide open, just a bit of floca that goes away at f3.5. Now let's talk about image quality and start with colors. As you can see here, a bit on the vintage side and I like that on a compact lens. Now let's talk about sharpness and contrast. In the real world, this lens is sharp from corner to corner starting from f2.5 with good contrast in the center and mid-frame. The corners are a bit softer with visible vignetting. If you stop down to f4, the image is going to be sharp even if you photograph a brick wall, and the vignetting looks better now. If you stop down further to f5.6, the only thing that improves is the vignetting because this is already a sharp lens with great contrast. I didn't expect this from a 90-gram compact lens. Keep in mind I tested this on a 24-megapixel camera. On a higher megapixel camera, this is going to perform differently. Now let's take a look at the minimum focus distance and bokeh. Good news again, the lens is sharp starting from f2.5 with good contrast as you can see here. Impressive. The bokeh of the lens looks good in my opinion. The transition from in-focus to autofocus is nice and smooth, no weird blooming or harsh edges. Overall, a fantastic lens for the price, sharp from f2.5 even at the minimum focus distance. Nice aperture ring, nice lens hood, compact and super lightweight. Has a rubber gasket, decent autofocus, vignetting and flares could have been better controlled, but you can't have it all for a price like this. So I can highly recommend the 7 Artisans 40mm f2.5 light lens. I think it is a must-have if you like these focal and compact lenses and you are also on a budget or a beginner. I already reviewed this lens when it came out for the Sony E-mount, so this review is going to be a bit shorter. If you want an in-depth review, check that out. I will link it at the end of this one. If this video was helpful, subscribe, like and use the links in the description to support the channel. Also, check out my presets packs. Thank you for watching, see you next time.